There's a moment in every man's life when the rules change and they don't send you a memo. You wake up one morning, look in the mirror, and realize you're not the same man you were at 25, and neither is the game you're playing. At 50, the way women respond to you isn't about chasing youthful charm or competing with younger men on looks or energy. It's about presence, depth, the quiet strength you've built through decades of victories and defeats. But here's the truth most men over 50 don't realize. If you don't understand the shifts in female psychology, you risk falling into traps that erase your value in her eyes. And it all begins with this. Women over 30, 40, and 50 read you differently. When you're younger, attraction is often driven by raw energy and immediate chemistry. At this stage in life, she's not just looking at who you are, she's reading your stability, your emotional gravity, and how you make her feel about herself in your presence. Women sense insecurity faster than ever. By 50, you might think women will automatically respect you for your age. The truth? Age only amplifies your energy. If you're confident, it shows. If you're insecure, it's even more obvious. A younger man can mask insecurity with bravado. At 50, women expect a certain calm. If you over-explain, over-apologize, or try too hard to be liked, you immediately send the signal that you're uncertain of your own worth. Stoic lesson: a man's worth is not determined by the approval of others. Carry yourself as if you are already enough, because you are. Emotional stability is the new currency. At this stage, women have likely been through heartbreaks, disappointments, maybe even divorce. They're highly attuned to emotional chaos. If you're easily rattled, reactive, or quick to anger, you'll trigger her deepest fears about instability. The man who can face her storms, mood swings, emotional dips, moments of withdrawal, without trying to control or fix her instantly, becomes a safe harbor. And safety, at this stage in life, is magnetic. She's testing your composure. Testing never stops. Younger women test for dominance and confidence. Older women test for emotional depth. She may pull back unexpectedly, disagree with you just to see how you respond, or challenge your views to see if you get defensive. Pass the test by staying grounded. You don't need to win every argument. You need to maintain your center. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Attraction is now multi-layered. In your 20s, attraction was a spark. Now, it's a fire that needs both oxygen and steady wood. She's drawn to your physical presence, yes, but also to your life experience, your emotional control, your wisdom, and your ability to make her feel both seen and desired. This is why chasing trends, acting younger, or trying to compete with youth backfires. She doesn't need another boy. She wants a man who knows who he is. The hidden danger of overinvestment. One of the most common mistakes men over 50 make? They overinvest too soon. They give too much, too quickly, time, attention, resources, thinking it will win her over. But mature women are highly sensitive to the balance of energy in a relationship. Overinvestment signals scarcity, that you're afraid of losing her, or that you're trying to buy connection. The Stoic way? Give without attachment. Be generous without being needy. Desire her without worshiping her. Mystery still matters. At 50, you might think, I've got nothing to hide, I'll just be an open book. But mystery isn't about hiding secrets, it's about not laying your entire emotional world on the table instantly. Keep parts of yourself for her to discover over time. Let her earn deeper access to your inner world. Women never stop being curious, but curiosity dies if there's nothing left to explore. A man over 50 doesn't need to compete in the same arena as younger men, because he owns a different arena altogether. But to truly master female psychology at this stage in life, you need to understand not just what draws her in, but what keeps her there. 1. The respect threshold. At this stage, respect comes before attraction. If she can't respect you, she won't desire you, no matter how much chemistry there is. This means, keep your word always. Don't tolerate disrespect. Speak with purpose, not filler. She's watching how you live, how you handle others, and how you treat yourself. If you're careless with your time, health, or values, she assumes you'll be careless with her. The power of slow response. One of the most attractive qualities in a man over 50? He doesn't jump at every text, every invitation, every emotional bait. He moves at his own pace. Not to play games, but because he's not living in reaction mode. This calm pacing signals abundance. It tells her, you have a full life, and while you value her, you don't depend on her for your sense of worth. Sexual energy is presence, not pursuit. Here's a truth most men miss. At this stage, overt sexual chasing often diminishes attraction. Mature women respond more to a man who carries sexual energy as part of his overall presence. The way he looks at her, the way he touches her hand, the way his voice slows down when the moment is right. This is controlled intensity. It's not about frequency, it's about depth. The danger of becoming her emotional sponge. If you're naturally caring, this is where you have to be careful. Mature women may share more of their struggles, past traumas, or disappointments. Listening is good, but becoming her emotional dumping ground will drain the polarity. You're not her therapist. You're her man. Keep the energy balanced. Offer strength, not endless emotional absorption. The unshakable boundary. At 50, you've earned the right to decide what you will and won't tolerate. This boundary is not just about protecting yourself, it's about making her feel secure in your standards. Women respect a man who doesn't bend his values to keep her happy. That respect translates directly into attraction. The Stoic magnetism formula. Magnetism at this age comes down to 3 things. Inner calm, you're not easily rattled. Selective attention, you give your time and focus deliberately. Purpose before pleasure, you have a life direction bigger than any relationship. When a man lives this way, women feel the difference instantly, and it's not something they find every day. The timeless lesson. Seneca once wrote, "He who is brave is free." At 50, bravery is not about physical danger, it's about emotional freedom. You are free when you no longer fear losing her. You are free when you know that your value is not dependent on who chooses you. Ironically, this freedom is exactly what makes you most attractive. A man over 50 doesn't chase, he invites. He doesn't argue, he stands firm. He doesn't overshare, he reveals himself slowly. And because he understands female psychology through the lens of experience and Stoic wisdom, he moves through relationships with calm power. The younger man plays the game loudly. The older man wins it quietly. So the next time you find yourself wondering how to keep her, remember, you don't keep a woman by holding tighter. You keep her by living in such a way that she never wants to let go.